Let me remind you that not long ago, on September 30th, we celebrated the day of the reunification of the Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics, as well as the Zaporizhzhia and Kherson regions with the Russian Federation. The residents of these regions voted overwhelmingly for their future as part of Russia, and this confirms that the decisions made in February 2022 were correct and timely. At present, the strategic initiative remains entirely with the armed forces of the Russian Federation. This year, we have liberated nearly 5,000 square kilometers of territory, 4,900 to be exact, and 212 settlements. The decisive role in this, without a doubt, belongs to our soldiers and officers who display the finest qualities of the Russian military, such as unwavering devotion and love for their homeland. A strong sense of duty, military camaraderie, and brotherhood in arms. I ask you to convey my sincere gratitude to all personnel for the courage and heroism they demonstrate every day. I would also like to highlight the crucial role of the country's defense industry complex in ensuring the successful operations of the Russian army. Defense enterprises are fully meeting the needs of the armed forces. High-precision weapons, missiles, ammunition, arms, and military equipment. And along with scheduled deliveries, the development and supply of the latest means of armed combat to the troops are proceeding at an accelerated pace. The enemy, despite attempts at stubborn resistance, is retreating along the entire line of contact. And against this backdrop, the Kiev regime, in an effort to show at least some success to its Western sponsors, is attempting to strike deep into Russian territory, targeting completely civilian sites. This will not help them. Our task is to ensure the safety of Russian citizens, the security of strategic facilities and civilian infrastructure, including energy infrastructure. Today at the meeting, we will review the current situation in the area of the special military operation, hear reports from the commanders of troop groupings on the progress in fulfilling the tasks assigned to them and to you. We will discuss pressing issues regarding the support of the troops and plans for the near future.
The troops of the joint grouping continue to conduct active combat operations, advancing on almost all fronts. The enemy has concentrated its main efforts on stabilizing the situation in crisis areas of the front in order to slow down our advance. The North Troop Grouping is operating along the border zone and continues to carry out tasks to create a security belt in the Kharkiv and Sumy regions of Ukraine. Its units are also successfully advancing in the southern part of Volchansk. The West Grouping is completing the rout of the enemy in the southern districts of Kupiansk, successfully advancing in the Krasno-Liman direction, and the liberation of the settlement of Yampol continues, most of which is under our forces' control. The troops of the Southern Grouping, despite the enemy's stubborn resistance, are advancing through fierce fighting in the cities of Seversk and Konstantinovka. Yesterday, the destruction of the enemy formations that had been blocked south of the Klimandik Reservoir was completed. The most intense fighting is taking place in the area of responsibility of the Center Troop Grouping in the Krasnoarmysk and Dnipropetrovsk directions. The Ukrainian command, instead of trying to stop our advance, has redeployed its most combat-ready units to these directions from other sectors, including those from the strategic reserves. In response, overcoming enemy resistance, the formations and military units of the Center Group are advancing. Our assault units are making progress in the southern areas of Krasnoarmysk. The settlement of northern Krasnoarmysk, Rodinskoye, has been encircled. It is currently being cleared of Ukrainian armed forces formations. The Vostok Troop Grouping continues to advance deeper into the enemy's defenses in the Dnipropetrovsk and Zaporizhzhia regions. Since September 1st, more than 200 square kilometers of territory in this direction have come under our control. The Dnipro group of forces is advancing toward the city of Zaporizhzhia. Fighting is currently underway for control of the settlements of Primorska and Stepnohirsk. In addition, according to the General Staff's plan, targeted massive strikes against military targets continue. Priority is given to striking facilities of Ukraine's military-industrial complex, particularly enterprises involved in the production of missile systems and long-range unmanned aerial vehicles. Comrade Supreme Commander-in-Chief, the units and military formations of the Joint Group of Forces will continue offensive operations in accordance with the approved plan. The commander of the Group of Forces will report on the current situation in more detail.
Dear comrades, our common task remains unchanged. We must ensure the unconditional fulfillment of all objectives, the achievement of all goals that have been set before the troops during the course of the special military operation. Let's begin this work and see how we are progressing toward this goal.